Yo, what up? Welcome back to my channel. Hey. Hi guys. How's it going? How have you been? I've been wanting to come back and make another video. I haven't I've been feeling overwhelmed with other things happening in my life and not feeling like I have the space emotionally, mentally, all the things to stick with anything really. But to stick with like a posting schedule, yeah, no, that's not possible. But this is something I really want to do, and I'm like, why am I struggling with it so much? So I've been introspective, okay, and I really know what the problem is, and it's really hard for me to like make the breakthrough, but I know I need to. So yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna talk about what I'm struggling with right now. So there's some content right there, right? Am I right? So yeah, I just wanted to give everybody a little update on how I've been mentally, emotionally, what is happening in my world a little bit in that realm. And yeah, I'm gonna kind of tell you guys what I'm gonna do to get out of this funk, because your girl's been feeling a little anxious lately, a little depressed lately, just like uncomfy, yucky feelings. My attention span is like I can't focus. I am feeling sad. I am feeling overwhelmed and stressed out for no reason. I have like an inability to be present. And yeah, it's crazy because I just went on this like journey and did the Vipassana meditation, 12 hours of meditation a day for 10 days. And that was fascinating to like, I'm like just still unpacking the whole thing. And to see like what my experience was with that versus what my experience was with a dopamine detox I did 5 years ago. And just like, yeah, I feel like I'm getting close to making a breakthrough, but and I'm very self-aware, and I can see what my issues are, but it's just like, it's just the willpower, just like having the willpower to take away the things, the external stimuli, the things I feel addicted to like regain control of my life, is really hard. So I'm gonna kind of go into it and tell you guys what's happening. So I basically am addicted to social media, my phone, excess dopamine, like just like mass amounts of dopamine that are not natural. Minimally processed, but still processed foods. I eat a very clean diet. And like, I think the main thing for me is sugar. And I was thinking about my Vipassana meditation versus 5 years ago when I did a dopamine detox. And I'll give you guys a little background on the dopamine detox. So 5 years ago, I was so depressed, so depressed. I just didn't want to be here anymore. I was like at the lowest I have ever been in my life. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was like, I did not have the will to live. But I knew like that wasn't me. Like, I didn't like feel depressed, and I wasn't like, this is me, I'm a depressed person. I was just like, oh my gosh, why do I feel so freaking terrible. Like, and I was able to separate the emotion and like the disgusting feelings I was feeling from who I know I am, because luckily, thank God, I've had this like meditation and yoga practice that I started doing when I was 15, 16 years old, that helped me to like connect with my heart. And I've also always had music that has helped me connect with my heart and to feel free and expansive and creative. And that's how I feel when I'm in alignment with who I know Zoe is. I know she's just this very magical, creative, fun person, vibrant soul who wants to express herself and be free. And then the depression comes in, and the depression and the anxiety and the stress is like, no, you are depressed. You just want to give up, don't you? Don't you just want to die? And then Zoe's like, no, I know who I am. I know that's not me. So I was able to like look at this 5 years ago when I was like not wanting to get out of bed anymore. And I was like, okay, I need to make a change, or like, you know, it was like do or die. You know, that's how I felt. So what I did was a dopamine detox, and I cannot recommend a dopamine detox more. It was the most impactful thing I have ever done for myself, ever. Like even more than the Vipassana meditation, which I thought that was gonna like be the next level up. But I feel like if you combined the two, yes. But there was still a bit of stimulation in the Vipassana that I'll get into in a little bit. So the dopamine detox, I won't like go into like all the details, I guess, maybe in another video, but I basically locked myself in my room. Okay, it wasn't just in my room. I lived in Arizona. It was springtime. I had a pool, so it was hot, and then it went into the summer, so it was like late spring, early summer. I had a pool and sunshine, so it was in the water and in the sun every day. And when I wasn't in the water and the sun, I was in my bedroom, meditating, journaling, doing yoga, breath work, maybe making art. I can't remember. I have a journal somewhere with the details, and I vlogged right after it as well, so I need to go back and look at that. But it was 5 years ago, so I can't remember everything. But yeah, so I did the dopamine detox. It was a week. I think I fasted with it as well, probably a juice fast. I need to go back and look. That was the missing piece for me with the Vipassana that the Vipassana didn't have, was you were not allowed to fast during it. And I understand that it's like a free retreat and they just want to make sure people are safe. But yeah, I'll get into that. So after that week that I put myself through, I was very disciplined. A week, I was just like, or maybe 10 days, I can't remember. Just like, I have to, like, I'm gonna do this. I basically went until I needed, like, I just said I'm gonna do this until I've made the change that I need to make. So I just went in and I meditated, and I just sat with myself. I took away all external stimuli, no caffeine, no weed, whatever it was at the time. I think it was both. I took away everything that was giving me dopamine. And after that week or so, I came out and I was so happy by the smallest thing, by just like, I really felt what it felt like to be present for the first time since my childhood, probably. I was present and I was playing, and I was like, oh my God, this life is beautiful. And yeah, I would just like be able to like look at like the small like little details, like in like wearing a headband or something like that's made out of some woven fiber, and like look at it and be like see like all of the all of the strands of fiber that made it, and just like get dopamine from like looking at that, or get dopamine from hearing the birds. Like there's so much natural dopamine around us. Yeah, I don't have like the correct terminology to describe what I want to say, but basically I started to be happy, and to just accept life as it was. Now that week or so was really freaking hard, and I cried a lot, and I journaled a lot, and I worked through some really major stuff. But I was really determined to make a breakthrough because I just wanted to die. And I came out on the other side, and for a long time I was just really happy after that. And then slowly, in the last 5 years, that joy, that inner joy that I found has gotten, like, I've gotten further and further away from it. And yeah, I've just like let myself go back into my mind and be consumed by thoughts and stress and worrying, and I've been feeling the pangs of depression and anxiety again, and I know it's just my mind trying to kill me, and it's not me, it's not who Zoe is, it's not who my soul is, it's the mental, you know, it's this other thing that's just like, this is terrible, like, you need to control this situation, don't you just want to give up, like, you know. And it's this voice that everybody has talking to them all the time, and I'm just becoming more and more aware lately, because the voice is getting louder and louder, and I can't really ignore it. I'm just like, okay, you need to take a chill pill, because this girl wants to be happy again. So that's what I'm on a mission to do right now. It's time to reclaim my joy and to just have fun again. So now I'm gonna get into all the things that I know are eating me alive right now. Actually, I journaled about this recently. Let me see. I made like a list. Let's see. I made a list of like the things that I do when I am in that flow, like creative, aligned energy, and then a list of things I do when I'm letting the mental, the depression control me. Let me see. If it's not easy to find it, I'll save it. Where is it? I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in my journal. I think it might be kind of hard to find it. Yeah. I think I started it a second ago. Is it in here? I found it. Okay. Welcome to my brain. Hi. So, this was a journal entry from a month ago now. So this is like something that hasn't changed in the last month. This is why I'm like, okay, it's time to make a breakthrough. I mean, it's been longer than a month, but yeah, I was journaling about it then. So I said, I feel like I'm constantly battling this demon inside who wants me to rot in bed, eat the whole pan of cookies, scroll on my phone, pop the pimple, leave the dishes dirty, stay inside, smoke some weed, spend all my money, curl up, and die. That's the mental. That's what I'm constantly battling. And okay, I'm gonna keep going. And then I said, I feel my higher self who wants to wake up, meditate, do yoga, pray, dance, soak up the sunshine, eat when I'm hungry, jump in the ocean, keep my home clean, do the dishes, record and write my songs, practice my cello, my guitar, make financial plans, dry brush, hike, stretch, practice breath work, make art, drink more water, finish my projects, yada yada yada. So there's this battle happening between the mental, the part of me, which I don't even think is me, it's like the shadow that wants to control life, who wants to like be like, yes, I have this in control. It's the ego, it's the mind. And then I also made a little chart right here. I'll read that in a second. And then the other side of me, which is my higher self, God, my intuition. So the mind or the ego is like the devil in Christianity. So it's like the devil on my shoulder versus God, an angel on my shoulder. So the devil is like mind, ego, consumer, enslavement, sense, pleasures, hate, resentment, distraction, comfortable, and then easy. And I put easy in quotation marks because it feels like it's easy in the moment. God is the intuition, creator, liberation, inner joy, love, compassion, meditation, uncomfortable, hard, in quotes again, because it feels in the moment, that feels like the hard choice, but you know that that's the right choice. Okay, that's what I'm battling right now. And I think everybody is battling a version of this. And yeah, I feel like I need to do something big to like make a breakthrough, because I can do all the little things, but what I'm really dealing with, I think, is addiction. I'm addicted to the pain body. I'm addicted to the negative sensations, the wallowing, the suffering. I'm addicted to it. And I'm also addicted to, so I think about like, okay, what am I addicted to? I'm addicted to social media. And I don't want to like make these I statements, but you know, because I feel like it's powerful when you say I and then say something. So maybe I should phrase this in a different way, but this is how I'm feeling. Social media is a problem. Sugar is a problem. Those are like two of my major ones. And how it's affecting me is affecting my cognition. I notice my cognition is just not there. Like, I'm not processing things as fast as I usually do. I'm not remembering things as well as I normally would. I just have brain fog. And I'm fatigued, I'm not sleeping well. Like, there's just like a list of things. Yeah, so I feel like I don't have to do something extreme, but I feel like this is just like, I like to do these things. I like to put myself into like a, you know, kind of an extreme thing, like the Vipassana. That was a little extreme, you know, but I feel like I'm gonna do a fast. I was thinking about what it is that I have had the most resistance to, that I know I need to do. Working out is one of them. I need to break a sweat more. And then the next one is fasting. I have tried to fast. I haven't been able to fast in like a year and a half or 2 years now. It's been like impossible for me to stick to a fast. And I used to be able to do an intermittent fast or like fast for a couple days, like easy, no problem. And that's when I like feel aligned and feel good that I'm able to do that. So to make my breakthrough, I'm gonna start with a fast. And I want to do a long one, but I think I'm gonna start with a shorter one to like prime myself for it. And I'm already like feeling so much resistance. I know that I'm nourished. I know that my body has like, you know, enough like fat on it, and I feel healthy, and I know I'm not gonna starve myself. But yeah, I have a lot of resistance. A lot of resistance. I just want to, like, you know, I'm like, oh, before the fast, I gotta eat that chocolate I have in the cabinet. Oh, you know, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna start a fast. I wanted to also, this video is getting super long, so I'll just like try to be quick, but I wanted to talk about the difference between the Vipassana meditation and the dopamine detox. Now, the Vipassana, you're sitting in meditation for 10, or for me, it was more like 10, 11 hours a day. I don't know if I ever made it to 12 hours a day fully. Maybe one of the days I did. I can't, yeah, I don't know. But like 10 hours a day of meditation for 10 days. Okay, I ran out of storage. That's my sign to end the video. But I was just saying the Vipassana was amazing, but throughout the whole Vipassana, I was drinking tea with honey and milk, and I was like making that like my treat every night. And I would literally be craving it like every day. Like, I can't wait to have my tea and my honey and my milk. Actually, I'd have it at every meal. And I knew that I was getting that hit of dopamine that I needed, like an addict. I was getting that hit of dopamine. Like there was so much nourishing food there. Like I could have just had like, you know, that, but I was like, I need to make myself a treat. And I would do it at every single meal, and I know that that took away from my experience of going deeper, and I could have gone deeper with it, and I chose not to because I have an addiction to sugar currently. Yeah, so I'm ready to make a breakthrough with that. So I think I'm gonna start with a 3-day water fast. When I start it, I will make some content and keep you guys updated on the journey. There is a lot of research to back up doing a 3-day water fast and to show like how good it is for you. So yeah, I know I'm gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. I might have some major withdrawal symptoms, so I'm not excited for that, but yeah, whenever I start it, I will make some content, keep you guys updated. But yeah, that's what your girl is going through right now. I'm going through a little just like looking at myself and trying to be real with myself and make a breakthrough with my mental health, because I know the joy and the creativity and vitality and expression that I can embody and should be embodying, and I'm ready to do that again. So come along for the ride, okay? Thanks for being here. Mwah! I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, compliments, leave them down below. Okay, bye.